Hi, Wade Kawasaki here, and welcome again to A Car Guy Adventures. Thanks for coming along. We have a really great segment for you today. We are at ALPINESTARS in Torrance, California. Because I'm looking for a new driving suit, and we've known Fabrice for a while, and he's just a great guy. And ALPINESTARS, of course, absolutely leading the way on motorcycle, and now with vehicles as well, with car racing, and of course you see their logo on everything, including Formula One. And Fabrice was just telling me this is the suit that Grosjean was wearing when he got into his fire. So I think if it's good enough and if survived that, it's definitely good enough for me. So Fabrice, thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. Thanks for making it down.
So appreciate you inviting me down here. Tell me about this new fire suit.
Well, so again, we're at ALPINESTARS here at our HQ in Torrance. Wade, thanks for coming down. As we had spoken before, the Hypertech suit technology is the technology that Romain Grosjean wore in the Formula One, as do a lot of drivers as well in other teams, and it trickles down to Formula E, WEC. The suit developed in Formula One, as well as Toyota Gaizo in Le Mans and Porsche 919 program in Le Mans. So ultra lightweight, highest performing suit that we manufacture. And we like to think it's the best in the business. In terms of its category, it's the lightest, most breathable, and again, it's built for that athlete build, which you're like a Formula One driver, lean and mean, as I say. So I love it. But so the Hypertech suit technology is really revolutionary. The material is proprietary to ALPINESTARS. It's patented, and you can see the lightweightness. So
it is. Amazing.
And this actually is the GP Tech V3, so I apologize, but we're going to grab a Hypertech. So this is actually the second category down.
Okay.
And I call this the perfect suit for the gentleman pro racer.
Okay.
Has a couple nice features. It's got a belt and it's got pockets for your cell phone,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
So a little, different in terms of cut, but we're going to go ahead and grab one of the Hypertechs, and you'll immediately see the difference in terms of its weight.
Oh yeah, I mean that was light compared to the driving suit I currently have. This one is crazy light.
Yeah, so this is Formula One inspired. Obviously, those guys don't need belts or pockets.
Yeah.
Full floating arm.
Yeah.
It's a 2-layer suit, ultra lightweight, very breathable. I always say the suit weighs less than the bag that it comes in. That's always my selling point, and people are like, "What, really?"
That's a great looking suit too.
Yeah, and this is
great looking.
One of the new 22-21 models in the mid-gray color. Stretch panels, extraction epaulettes, stretch panels in all unique places. So yes, all new Formula One technology. It also meets the latest 8856/2018 standard, which is the highest standard in motor racing. Like I said, it's our leader. So this is basically what Grosjean was wearing.
Wow.
And we'd like to think helped save his life.
Yeah.
A lot of things that were in his favor that day. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, and that was just a horrendous fire. So really amazing that he survived. And so Toyota, Le Mans, and Romain Grosjean in Formula One, you're gonna actually let me wear one?
Yeah. I mean, they say the suit's worth at least a second and a half a lap.
Okay, I bet.
So that helps.
And I could use all the help I can get. So.
Well, I think as we get older, we get a little faster. At least in our minds anyway. If not reflected in lap times. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it is unique technology at ALPINESTARS, and I think unlike any other manufacturer that develops safety gear, ALPINESTARS philosophy has always been focused on the athlete, right? We don't do the accessories, the hard parts.
Right.
So whether it's motocross, auto, or karting, we're solely dedicated to that, athlete and giving him the utmost performance advantage. And that's kind of what the brand stands for. Like I said, it's been. It's just an amazing company to get behind in that respect. So.
Yeah, and absolutely. I mean, both in Italy and in Europe and here, it's absolutely leading the way. So thank you. I'm gonna go try on some driving suits.
They're sucking it in, and
no, I thought for sure I would need a custom fit too, but this is like
Yeah, and the
fits me
50
like a
fits
glove.
you
It's
just right.
perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough room in the seat for me to get in the
Yeah.
car and feel good.
So the question is, do you want a gray one or a blue one, or do you want to try the GP-Tech V3, which has got the pockets and the belt? I would just try it just to see.
Yeah. Do you mind if I try it?
Yeah.
That white one is really cool
Yeah,
looking.
so
That's a great color combination.
Yeah, so this is what the Porsche and Toyota factory suits were based on.
Oh, okay.
At Le
Okay,
Mans.
yeah. It definitely looks like that.
So it is. This is a 52. So let's just try this because I don't think I have a 50 in a white.
Okay.
I do have it. I have a 48 in a blue, and I kind of grabbed what I had here. So yeah, so I'm limited as to what we have. So let's try this 52, see what you think.
Okay.
And we can also try the 48 if you want, or whatever.
Yeah, this is about as tight as it'll
Yeah.
get. I think it's down. Yeah, no, this is perfect.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. You know, most people try on a suit, and they'll be like, "Well, it's a little long in the legs, or it doesn't feel right." I'm like, "You have to sit. It's designed. It's meant to work when you're sitting, not standing, right?" So yeah, you got to have
this is pretty amazing. So this is a 52, you said?
Yeah, this is a 52.
Right,
just give that a shot and see how that works.
Thanks.
What color do you think he's going to go for?
You know what? It's really hard to say. It could be anything. I think probably the white, maybe the blue. What do you suggest?
Well, I particularly like the mid-gray the best for a couple reasons. It doesn't show the sweat, you know, and then sometimes the black or the blues will start to show a little bit of the salt in your sweat and kind of dries and it's white, you know. So really just depends on
something that's this
yeah. And then the white's always a very popular color, but I always tell people, you know, if you're gonna get a white suit, you kind of need to have 2 or 3 for the weekend because they do get dirty. And the other thing is the white, the way the Nomex reacts with the UV tends to yellow over time a little bit quicker and stuff. So yeah, I think like gray's my favorite. I mean, that's the mid-gray just works.
No, I really like this, and I like the black accents on it too. It really
Yeah.
makes it really looks sharp.
Wow, so this one a little bit roomier, just
Right.
like you said, it's kind of a little bit wider. The belt really helps it kind of pulling it in
Right.
at the waist. I love the color combination of this.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, if you're a little bit bigger than me,
Well,
this one would be this is a kind of a great suit. Definitely more roomy,
Yeah.
both in the arms and in the legs.
So a couple things to remember with any suit that you try out, right? It's a relatively cool day today.
Right.
Your body hasn't swelled up. You know,
Right.
and you're gonna gain some inches, I would say. So I always try and say, it's tough, right? I mean, either go something that fits really good today, but you put Nomex on it. It's a hot day outside,
Right.
and you swell up, and all of a sudden it's tight. So if that one fits better, then I would say try the bigger one, and I would recommend going with the one size up.
One size up.
Yeah, because like I said, if you have a good dinner before the race weekend,
Right.
you always have room to accommodate for that. So just like I said, my personal thoughts, we've got a 50 in a gray, depending on what style you want to go with, too, right? Obviously Hypertech or Tech or GP-Tech V3, I should say, and this is a 48. So we have a 50.
A 50 in a gray.
In a
Okay.
gray. We'll try that.
But this is a Hypertech, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to try that. I think that's
Yeah.
because this one is the Hypertechs as a series are cut thinner anyway.
Correct. Yeah. This is the
so
lightest.
50 to a 50, it's going to be cut thinner.
This is gonna be cut thinner. Yeah.
Okay,
This will
great.
probably fit you spot on. I
Okay,
think.
let me give
Yeah,
it a try.
that's I can see that's a little baggy.
Yeah,
You know?
and if you take the belt off,
Yeah,
it
you've
becomes
got a lot of
baggy.
room, yeah.
And even the belt, I know, like at the very edge of the
yeah.
Velcro.
So that's probably on the yeah.
Okay.
It's on the most generous side, I would say, without insulting anyone.
So
Yeah.
this one, still fits really good. It's
Yeah.
a little more generous in my
Yeah.
seat area and in my thigh area, so I think that's going to be good. And
Yeah, have a seat.
Yeah.
Let's see what it sits, what it feels like. I really need to kind of get a racing seat with a pseudo simulator cockpit. type thing, so we
just
can
with
sit.
a steering wheel and a
Yeah.
seat would be perfect.
Yeah, I think
But
we
no,
did right there.
this feels really good.
What do you think of the color?
I love it.
Yeah.
I really do.
I don't have a mirror.
No.
Yeah, one thing we need to invest in, right?
No, it looks great.
Um,
when in the little dressing room I saw it looks
And
great.
as I was telling your son, the nice thing about the gray is when you sweat, The other colors, the blue and the black. Well, sometimes if some people sweat and they have salt. Obviously, we have salt in our sweat, and you get the kind of the white, residue.
Right.
The gray doesn't show it, or it shows it the least out of all of them. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing looks dynamite. I love the look of these suits, and I love the fit and the feel of them too. So it's totally not restrictive.
Lightweight material.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, the truth of the suit in terms of its breathability, you can take a fan, one of those 14-inch oscillating fans, put it 20 feet away, stand here, and you can feel the air coming through the suit.
Yeah, that's super
the
important.
breathability. So.
All right, well, let me get out of this thing, and thank you very much.
Throw in a bag and get you down the road.
Here we go.
Yeah. There's not really much to walk on here and stuff, so guys will cruise around the paddock and they blow the shoes out in 2-3 weekends, and I'm like, you can't wear them. It's not a walking shoe, guys. It's a racing shoe. Meant to be worn when you're in the car, and then when you get out, go put on some flip-flops.
Yeah.